After 8 years of building brands on Instagram, I think I've figured out the platform and how to maximize your reach inside of the algorithm, which is exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Don't believe me? I use these strategies to build Millionaire Dream to over 800,000 followers. I worked with clients like Russell Brunson in the past to help him go from 40,000 to over 500,000. And I've built dozens of other pages for myself and for clients into the hundreds of thousands of followers and turn them into very profitable income streams. So I don't want to waste any of your time. Let's get into the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and check me out on Instagram if you want to see more day-to-day stuff. Now, I'm going to break this down into 8 core things that you want to focus on in the algorithm to be getting results. And all of these are very actionable things that you want to take notes on and implement. And they're all equally as important. So you want to watch it the whole way through. Now, the first one is video/reels, which I know a lot of you know about. We all know that Instagram is pushing towards video. The CEO famously announced a while back, we are no longer just a photo sharing platform, followed by countless press releases, posts on their blog, posts on the creator's account, talking about how powerful short form video is, not to mention the CEO constantly mentioning it in his live streams, Q&As, and in his content about if you want to increase your reach, you have to start posting more video, specifically short form engaging video. Now, this does not mean that images do not work. I still have images on my accounts that go viral and reach millions of people and get hundreds of thousands of likes and bring in thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of followers from a single post. But what it does mean is that you should be incorporating video as a part of your strategy. It doesn't have to be the entire thing, but it should also be present there. We also implement video on our accounts, on our clients' accounts, and we also reach millions of people and get hundreds of thousands of likes on single pieces of content using video. So it's not just images, it's not just reels, it's not just video. You want to do a combination of the both. This here allows you to maximize your reach because you're taking advantage of image content, which gets pushed, you're taking advantage of video content, which gets pushed, and you're getting the best of both worlds. Now, part number 2 is going to be understanding different content formats and what to do on each feature of Instagram. Now, along a similar line to what I just touched on, you need to understand what to post on each different place of Instagram, like what to post on stories, what to post in your feed, how you should structure carousels, how you should make your reels look, etc. You want to understand what optimizes it for that specific format. And this comes down to how people consume content and how the algorithm pushes content in different aspects of the platform. For example, stories are mostly pushed to people who already follow you. It shows up at the top of someone's home feed, and if someone is following you and they engage with your content, they will see your story. So you want to optimize your stories as if you are speaking to people who already know, like, and trust you and might want to see a bit more of a raw, unfiltered version of you, showing what you're up to during the day, showing different things that you're doing, maybe giving some advice, but it doesn't have to be perfect and polished because these people already have a lot of trust and already like you. Whereas on the other hand, reels, whilst they are pushed to your audience, a lot of the time, this is going to be your best opportunity to reach people who do not follow you, who do not know who you are. And so you want to optimize your content to perform well to both people who do know, like, and trust you, but also people who don't know who you are. And what this means is you might want to be a little bit more polished and a little bit more to the point and a little bit more like, how can you keep attention here? Because you can just get out of bed in the morning and do an Instagram story and people are going to watch it the whole way through. They already love you. Whereas that won't fly with reels because as soon as that get pushed to someone that doesn't follow you, they're just going to skip it because it's not going to capture their attention. Now, the best ways that you can optimize your reels for people who don't follow you, and this goes for images and carousels as well, is you want to have a strong hook. So the opening 2 to 3 seconds or the opening line of the piece of content should hook someone in to watching the rest of it. This not only impacts how you open your content, like how strong your hook is, but also the rest of it. Like with a reel in general, you want to keep it quite short because the idea is just you capture people's attention and get them to your profile. And then with other content, such as live streams, it might be a bit more about building rapport, expanding on your points to deepen your relationship. Same as stories. Which leads us into the third point, which is specifically about how to hook your audience. Now, Instagram survives based off attention. They need people's attention in the app, and so they can serve advertisements to those people based on what they're interested in, which allows them to make a profit. And at the end of the day, Instagram, or Facebook, the company that owns Instagram, is there to make money. So their goal is to capture and hold attention, which means if you create content that does this, Instagram will push it out there to more people, because you got to remember that Instagram is not a content creator. They are a content distributor. They need other people's content to maintain people's attention, to keep people on the app. So they are always looking for creators that create content that keep people engaged and that people enjoy, to push that out there to more people. So if you can learn to do this well, you will get ridiculous amounts of reach. Now, this comes into two key parts to improve the way that you hold and maintain attention. Firstly, as we just touched on, you need to hook in your audience. Those first 2 to 3 seconds are absolutely crucial to the performance of your content, whether it be a reel, a video, a carousel, or an image. This could be something along the lines of opening up your content with how to go viral on YouTube in 3 steps. If I see that come up on my Instagram, I'm probably going to watch that, because I'm trying to learn how to grow my YouTube channel, and within 2 seconds, someone has just said, like, I'm going to show you how to do it. And so why wouldn't I watch that? Or how I got a 6-pack in 6 months, or 6 weeks, or however long it took, or anything that can really speak to the people you're trying to reach, show some sort of benefit for them to watch the actual content, and then jumping right in, which then leads on to the second part of gaining and holding attention. That was more about gaining. This part's more about holding attention. Number 4 is make sure you keep your content stimulating. So once you've hooked people into consuming your content by giving them a strong reason in the opening couple of seconds, that's the hard part done with. Now all you have to do is deliver on whatever promise you made in that hook, and keep them stimulated. So tell the joke, show the vlog, teach whatever you were gonna teach. Just keep it stimulating. You don't wanna waffle on too long. You don't want your reels to be, boring. You don't want fluff in there. You wanna have a slight bit of music in the background, potentially even a trending sound, just to keep people stimulated with that music, because it taps into another sense. Not only are they getting a visual from it, but they're also getting some sort of nice audio in the background, even if you are speaking. Now, at this point, once you've got someone to commit to watching the content, keeping them is more a job of not messing up. It's more a job of not doing things wrong, as opposed to actually doing something right. If you're going to show someone the perfect fashion outfit that they should be wearing for summer 2022, and you hook people in with a strong hook at the start, all you have to do is simply show them that outfit and do it in an interesting way. So show them the jacket, show them the pants, show them the shoes, whatever. As long as you don't stretch it out or have an awful few shots, like terrible lighting on one of the shots maybe, or just waffle on for way too long, then you should be fine. Now, part 5 of understanding the algorithm is actually how to use images in your strategy. Now, a lot of people say that images on Instagram are dead. I have a lot of content and analytics that completely disprove that, because whilst some of the reach that has been given to Reels was taken from images, of course, as in the past 100% of reach went to just images, and then it was images and video, and now it is images, video, reels, live streams, stories, all of these different things. So yes, the reach of images has decreased, but it is still extremely powerful. All you have to do to realize this is take a look at your explore page. I don't know about you, but the majority of my explore page is still image content. And the explore page is where all of the reach comes from and where all of the growth comes from. So people saying that images are dead just don't know what they're talking about. Now, there are 2 keys you want to keep in mind when trying to grow with images on Instagram. The first one is shareability. This is why you see a lot of people posting controversial opinions or hot takes on Instagram, especially in the format of a tweet. Whether it's calling out ridiculous standards in business, fitness, marketing, life, whatever. It's very shareable content that people can resonate with. And when they resonate with it, or they identify with it, or it is a part of their identity, they will share it to their story, so all of their friends know. And then you get access to all of their followers, and chances are their followers will be similar to them, and if they fit your target audience, you've just gained access to a lot more people. So if you can create something that evokes emotion by being something extremely relatable, extremely funny, something that people want to identify with, or maybe something just really educational that is just eye-opening, like a crazy fact. Those fact pages go crazy, or accounts that post content that enlightens people on certain issues that they may not have known about. They go crazy viral because people share it because it's different. Now, the other way that you do really well with images, which isn't about being shared to people's stories, is when you create really eye-grabbing images, which often is what works on our pages. This is images that will naturally get more engagement in your feed because they grab attention really well. And then when they get good engagement in your feed, Instagram will push it to the explore page to people similar that engage with your existing post. And then if it performs well there, it just gets pushed to more and more and more people. Now, if we take a quick look at my phone here, I've pulled up my own explore page to show you exactly what I mean. If we look at this content, it is all content that somewhat grabs attention. We can see at the top, there is an image in the middle that says, "Go viral." I am probably likely to want to click on that. You can see all of these pieces of content have all got something about them which makes them stand out. One is a transfer rumored of Mo Salah going to Barcelona, which is massive for the people that know and follow football/soccer. That is a big thing, so it's going to get people to click on it. Same with talking about Ronaldo having 0 hat-tricks at Sporting, or Zaha for his time at United. These things are clickable because they stand out. You can also see other pieces of content. This is why you are not growing and getting sales. That is very clickable content because it grabs attention. Train your brain to make money. Your price is too high. All of these things, stop making these mistakes on Instagram. All of these things are very clickable. 7 books to learn 7 skills. Websites I wish I knew earlier. All of these things make you want to click, which means people do click, they then engage with them, and then they get pushed to more people. Now you will notice, like I said earlier, the majority of the content on my explore page is all images. It is not reels. There are some reels, but the majority is still images. So anyone telling you that you can't grow with images is lying to you. Or they simply don't know what they're talking about. But either way, you shouldn't listen. Now, the 6th point of this video is you want to experiment to find a lane. You really want to test things out in your niche to find what works. You want to find a format of content that you enjoy creating and your audience enjoy consuming. So you will create a lot of it because you enjoy it, and your audience will consume a lot of it because they enjoy it, and then everyone wins. So you want to try out posting infographics. You want to try carousels. You want to try short form educational reels. You might want to try trendy reels. You might want to try slightly longer form reels. You want to try maybe some videos. And experiment with all of this stuff here. See what your audience responds well to and what you enjoy creating. Then, once you find that through experimentation, double down on it. You can also look at other creators in your niche, notice what they're doing that's working, and sort of take inspiration from that. If you're noticing that everyone in your niche is posting a lot of reels, then you should probably be jumping on reels. If you notice that a lot of people are posting images, try posting a lot of images. Now, the 7th thing that you want to do is all about increasing your reach. Now, a lot of those things we discussed previously were about ways that you can create content that better performs in the algorithm so that Instagram will show it to more people. But there are also things you can do on the platform to get yourself out in front of more people without relying on the algorithm. These things, instead of relying on the algorithm, rely on you spending the time to actually do them. Now, one thing you can do is you can work with creators in your niche of a similar size to share each other's content to help you grow. So you might share a piece of their content to your story, and they share a piece of yours to their story, and you both gain from that. And if you do this with a lot of other creators, you can really quickly build up your audience. That's a tactic that we used to use very often, use less now, but is highly effective. You can also look to upload your reels to TikTok without the watermark, bear in mind, for additional reach. Or you can share your content directly to Pinterest for additional traffic. Or you can implement what's known as the $80 strategy, where you simply find an account or a hashtag in your niche that your target audience follow or engage with, and you simply engage with it. You comment on them, you react to them, you reply to comments, you get yourself out there in front of these people to build your audience. Speaking of hashtags, let's get on to the 8th and final point of this video. Hashtags. A controversial one, I know. What I'm going to tell you is going to simplify things. The amount of hashtags you should use comes down to testing. Instagram have recently said 3 to 5 hashtags. In the past, it was 8 to 12. Before that, it was 30. So my advice is to test. Test using 3 to 5, test using 8 to 12, test using about 25. Look at what generates the best results and then double down from there. Because when you look at the explore page and you look at content that is performing well on hashtags, you will not notice a trend of all of these posts have only got 4 to 5 hashtags, or all of these posts have got 25 hashtags. When I've looked at it anyway, it's been all over the show. Some have got 1 or 2, some of them have got 10, some of them have got 30, which means your ability to rank is not determined by the amount of hashtags that you use. So try it for yourself and see what works best. As for where to put them to maximize your growth in the algorithm, you always want to put them into the caption. This allows you to rank on the hashtag itself, but also in Instagram search when people are searching for content, which is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, as for where to find them and how to find them, I personally use a tool called Flick, which simply allows me to plug in a keyword and they will spit out a list of hashtags that are relevant to my content and that are the right size for my account. They're not too big and too competitive, but they're also not too small and pointless. So if you want to get a free trial of that tool, you can use my link down in the description to do so. And that sort of sums up the 8 parts of the algorithm that you want to focus on to get really good results. Now, a lot of these sort of work together. Like 3 or 4 of these were about content specifically. So you can use those for your content, you do your hashtags here, and you look at the other stuff in other places. Now, what I'm doing on my YouTube channel is running a quick experiment to see how many people watch through to the end. So what I want you to do is if you've watched this far, I want you to comment, "The algorithm is my friend." Speak it into existence and then go apply these tips and I'm sure you're gonna see much better results. Now, if you want more content from me, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video so YouTube push my content out to you in the future. I've also linked below a free email newsletter that I send out every single week, giving you the best insights on Instagram and my content. I've also linked below a free course I've put on Skillshare about Instagram marketing. You can get a free trial of the hashtag tool I use, and you can follow me on Instagram entirely free as well at Josh Ryan. And before I forget, I've launched a brand new podcast interviewing successful creators and entrepreneurs as to how they found success. So I'll link that down below. A lot of self-promo there at the end. Hopefully this helped. If it did, let me know. Make sure you to comment. The algorithm is my friend if you've watched this far. I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.